Hello, this is Bake Like a Boss. My name is Ed Hunter and I'm going to show you how to make an extremely delicious and real easy chocolate brownie recipe. Now this is one of my all-time favourites, so we'll jump straight in. What we need with us is 275 grams of margarine, that's 10 ounces, 375 grams of caster sugar, that's 13 ounces, 4 eggs, 75 grams of cocoa powder, that's 3 ounces, 100 grams of self-raising flour, 4 ounces, and 150 grams of chocolate chips. Well, up to 150 grams, you can use 100. I like to have it extra chocolatey, so I'll be using 130. Now, all we need for this is just a large bowl. There is no particular way to put these in, just chuck it in and start mixing. So I'll do it all in order. We'll start off with the margarine. Now with the margarine, it's good to have this softened. It makes the whole mixing process a lot faster and a lot quicker, so great for saving time. You can use butter as well, but I always go for margarine myself. Let's add the caster sugar. Just slap it all in the bowl. See, it doesn't need to look good. It's all going to be a mess anyway. Got the 4 eggs. Don't need to whisk it yet. We just chuck them straight in the mix. That's it. So, cocoa powder. You can sift this in, but I don't. I just whack it straight in. We put that in there, and then we go for the self-raising flour. I have sifted this into the bowl to start off with, just to give it a little bit more air, make it a bit more fluffy and airy, but you don't have to do it. It depends how much of a perfectionist you are. In these bags we've got 100 grams of chocolate chips. Now these are chocolate chunks, but you can use chocolate chips, any sorts of chocolate. With my brownies, I like plenty of stuff to chew on in between. I like the mixture of the soft cake mixed up with something a little bit chewy, and these serve as a great purpose there. So I find with lots of brownie mixes and recipes, they don't allow much space for many chocolate chips in there, but I do, and I'm a strong believer of chucking as much chocolate in as possible and making it as unhealthy as possible, because what's the point of baking otherwise? We're here to enjoy it and eat it. So I'm going to put about 150, I think I'll put about 140 grams of chocolate in there. So it's all in the bowl and it's ready to start mixing. So you can use an electric mixer, and I have got an electric whisk, which would be perfect for this job, and it is a time saver, of course. But there are a lot of people who also don't own those products. All you've got to do is just keep beating it, putting the air into it and making it go a nice light brown gooey texture, and you can see already it's started to change colour. Like I said, the softened margarine makes this job and process a lot more easier, trust me. So it helps if you're good strong. This is a good workout, good arm workout. So prepare for those big biceps and triceps after you've had a good going mixing this together. You want to be stirring this about 4 to 5 minutes until it goes to quite a nice thick liquid consistency, as you can see there. And once you've had about 4 to 5 minutes of agonising mixing, I think it's time to stop, and then we can put it in a baking tray. Now you only know if you've mixed it enough, if you're aching enough. So I think you deserve some sort of drink, in my case, a glass of milk. You gotta drink your milk. It's good for you. So for those who are quite new to baking, it's not as hard as it looks or as daunting. All you need to do is get some grease-proof paper, put it in the baking tray, make sure it fits, cut the sides, and then take it out. Just get some butter, or in my case I just used margarine, same margarine that we used in the mixture. Just rubbed it around the sides, the corners, So the greaseproof paper, when you put it in, it will stick, and it's as easy as that, and it stays like that. All I do afterwards is just crudely cut around the corner of the baking tray with some scissors so you don't have too much overhang. Simple as that, the job's done. So we've got the mixture here, and this is ready to go into the baking dish. So there is no particular way to do this apart from just slapping it in and filling up the baking tray. I don't know if you're like me, but I could quite happily and easily just eat the mixture how it is now. Just as good as the brownies when it's done. But that's just me. So I think at this point onwards it's probably easier to put down the spoon if you're using that to mix and get a spatula and just get the remnants of the mixture. So you make sure you're using it all. It depends how much you like to lick the bowl afterwards. So we're just putting the last bit of the mixture in the dish. And it smells so good. Tremendously big fan of chocolate brownies. So once it's in there, it doesn't look very good at the moment. So all you've got to do, just get the spatula and start to even it out. Like so. So, as you can see already, there are a lot of bumps in there, which means we've got a good amount of chocolate chips. And it will certainly give it an extra edge over other brownies you see out there. See, this is an incredibly easy and simple recipe to do. I mean, you can make this within 15 minutes if you wanted to, minus the cooking time, of course, but there's hardly anything to it. So if you're new to baking and want to start off baking something, impress your friends, family, or just yourself, give yourself a challenge, then this is just a perfect way to start if you like brownies. So we want the oven to be preheated at 180 degrees Celsius, that's 350 degrees Fahrenheit, or gas mark 4. And this will be ready to be put in there for 35 to 40 minutes. Keep an eye on it, it could be up to 45, no more than 45 minutes though. Depends how you like your brownie. I like mine to be quite nice and soft. But yeah, it's ready to go into the oven. We're about to make some delicious brownie gains, ladies and gentlemen. So, there's the mixture. Get that in the oven. 180 degrees, and we'll stick that straight in there. Middle shelf, 180 degrees for about 35 minutes. And then we'll just play the waiting game. Gotta get that milk. Delicious. So here we are. I've taken it out the oven now. I've left it to sit on a baking tray for about 10-15 minutes. So it's still nice and warm, but it's good to go for cutting. All cut into squares. Now I suggest if you want to share, and you don't really want to share, cut them in squares again. People will never know. So you can either put them on a plate, but what I am going to do is take them off the tray here. And hopefully they're in one piece. There we go. Oh, and they feel really good. You could just tell they're nice and soft in the middle. You can tell there's plenty of chocolate in there and nice and warm. Oh, they're perfect at the moment. Perfect for eating and gorging on. So all that's left is getting some ice and sugar. Now I like to do this as a finishing touch. It depends how you like to show off your brownies. If you like to show them off at all. All you need to do is just get, I'll use a spoon actually, a little bit of spoonful of ice and sugar. Put it in a small sieve and there we go. And that's all you gotta do. They have quite a nice wintry look to them when you add the ice and sugar, but it still creates more taste, makes it a little bit more sweeter. But these brownies will be delicious. And how long did that take to make? It took no time at all. Yeah, so I hope you like what you've seen here. Subscribe if you aren't. Enjoy the brownies if you make them. Bake like a boss. Zed Hunter. Wishing you happy baking. Laters. Oh yeah, that's so good.